Well, all is quiet across the area. We did see a lot of clouds, but again, the bark a lot worse than the bite today as far as that is concerned because we didn't really see any precipitation. Skies, though, remain mainly cloudy. Temperatures did warm into the low 50s. We currently stand at 38, and winds have now shifted to a more west-northwesterly direction, a sign that the cold front is making its way across the I-44 corridor, and it'll continue to push off to the southeast. Another sign is, look at the readings. Right now, 50 in Ava, 38 in Springfield. You head north of the interstate, temperatures are in the mid to upper 30s. So we've already got some colder air trying to work in behind that front. Temperatures remained a lot chillier to the north. This was near and north of a warm front that was positioned in that area. South of that warm front with those southwest winds that we had today, despite the cloud cover, those southwest winds working their magic, pushing warmer air into the area, and we managed to get into the low to mid 50s across southwest Missouri and northern Arkansas. Right now, still looking at mostly cloudy skies. If you've been outside, you can see the hint of the moon trying to come through. Call it filtered moonshine. Looks like we're going to hold on to a fair amount of cloud cover overnight tonight. That high cloudiness this morning made for a gorgeous sunrise down in Harrison, Arkansas. Kason Mullins sharing this photo with us, but other locations also sampling a beautiful sunrise as a result of those high clouds. The cold front will continue to push southeast, and it looks like overnight tonight we will find low cloudiness building south. It looks like we're going to find some fog development here closer to central Missouri, and it looks like low cloudiness will try to build maybe as far south as about Highway 60 to start off the day on Tuesday. And then it looks like that low cloudiness is going to be slow to clear out. Meanwhile, upstairs, we're still going to have a lot of high cloudiness. So a cloudy morning for sure. And then as we get into the afternoon, it looks like we'll still have mostly cloudy skies, although clouds will thin out to some extent, allowing maybe a little bit of sunshine. Temperatures, though, are going to remain cold with that cloud cover in place, being on the backside of the cold front that's moving through right now. All of that points to a cold day across the area on Tuesday. Overnight tonight, down to about 28 for the low. For tomorrow, we will see temperatures generally around 40 here along and north of the interstate. Now, as you get west over toward Joplin and south of Highway 60 into northern Arkansas, readings are going to be a bit warmer. That is where I think there will be less in the way of low cloudiness and at least a little bits of sun trying to get through. We'll find temperatures in those places getting into the mid to upper 40s. Tomorrow night, we finally clear out the cloud cover. High pressure is going to build in at the surface, so with clearer conditions, high pressure overhead, we're going to find a very cold morning on Wednesday with lows well into the 20s. And then during the day on Wednesday, we find ourselves on the backside of that high. Winds are going to be out of the southwest, and we're going to find a nice little warm up after a cold day on Tuesday, back up around 50 for a high on Wednesday. That'll come with breezy southwest winds. And it looks like clouds are going to once again work back in as we work through the afternoon. Overnight, tomorrow night, again, it looks like lows generally in the low to mid 20s here along and north of the interstate. For Wednesday, we'll find afternoon highs up there around 50. Winds out of the southwest at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. The pattern going forward the rest of this week into this upcoming weekend is not one that really offers up any really cold air. There is cold air in the upper Midwest and across Canada, and it looks like we're seeing shots of this coming into the northeastern United States, but here locally, the flow really isn't out of the north. Our flow is going to be generally out of the southwest with this trough here in the southwest, and eventually that trough in the southwest is going to start kicking out some storm systems that impact the area, and it looks like we're going to see things turn wet again Sunday into Monday. So kind of wrapping all this up, no bitter cold air in sight. In fact, even though there will be some chilly times in the 7-day forecast, temperatures will remain near to above normal. Wednesday and Thursday look to be our nicest days temperature-wise, and also the availability of some sunshine. And as far as wet conditions developing late in the weekend into Monday, looks like a pretty good soaking, maybe a half an inch to as much as an inch and a half of rain with that round of wet weather. There is your 7-day forecast. And again, after a cold one on Tuesday, we're back in the 50s Wednesday and Thursday before colder weather Friday. Saturday looks like a cold day too with highs in the low 40s. And with that rain coming in Sunday into Monday, temperatures shouldn't get too warm. Looks like highs in the upper 40s both days.
Okay.
All right, it's cold, but could always be colder this time of year.
Could be colder and no snow in the forecast.
Which is kind of a nice thing, right?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. All right, thanks a lot, Jamie. Still to come, authorities leaving no stone unturned to